They said this, and this is where the point of the mystery comes in again. So the Rosarium Philosophorum. Wherever we have spoken openly, we have actually said nothing. But where we have written something in code, in pictures, we have concealed the truth. Okay, so that's why we're starting with images, and in fact the entire presentation is going to be principally based upon images and art, and hopefully you'll see why that is as we progress. But even here, wherever we have spoken openly, we have actually said nothing. So even the alchemists, as I just mentioned about the church trying to kill them and everything, were very secretive, and they were hiding their meaning in symbol, and they didn't want to be understood in a sense, but there's something to it. And so this is alchemy. This is alchemy, and so we're dealing with a mystery today. That's alchemy, that's the historical context. How do we relate it to everyone sitting in this room? How do we relate it to living, existing individuals in this moment here and now? So, I'm very interested in psychology. And psyche, the word psyche means soul, it means spirit. And the ancients, the alchemists, considered the world to be fundamentally comprised of spirit, psyche, and matter, mind and body. And so this is a psychological seminar. This is a seminar about the psyche, about the spirit, about the mind, but also its relationship to the body. The alchemists called these the principles of Sol, the sun, and Luna, the moon, and they are associated symbolically with the masculine and the feminine principles. And it is in their relationship that the world comes into being. Recall the Buddha quote, 3 things cannot be hidden for long, the sun, the moon, and the truth. So there is a kind of trinity in alchemy, a tension of the opposites, the sun and the moon. And then a third element, okay, a kind of mercurial stream, a kind of hidden, subtle stream of meaning, I suppose, which emerges through the coincidentia, the tension of the opposites. You know, I don't know how much I like the term mental health, but I'm very interested in health. The reason is because I think health is health means wholeness. That's the root of the word. The etymology of the word health is wholeness. Wholeness is associated with integration and balance and harmony. And that's why aesthetics is very helpful. To look at something which is beautiful is to look at something which exhibits a harmony, a wholeness, a perfection. The image of the cross also, the quaternary, is an image which Jung analysed very deeply as being an image of wholeness. In the Eastern traditions, the Tibetan Buddhists pray to mandalas. Mandalas are great circles with centre points. That's also an image of the alchemical sun as well. So wholeness and health mean the same thing to me. And it's mental health, it's also physical health, exercise and whatsoever. This feeds back into the state of mind and vice versa. It's a feedback system, so the mind and the body, it's the same entity. And so I'm very interested in health. And I think the alchemists can tell us a lot about the nature of health and how to be more whole. And so that's how I hope to relate some of these quite esoteric and mysterious ideas to all of you and to all of your lives, and hopefully some of the ideas are going to be deeply relevant and applicable. So alchemy can help us understand health, okay? final notes before I dive into the presentation, which is going to help us explore things in more depth, would be that what the alchemists thought was hidden in matter was spirit. And this is a Gnostic idea. In my last seminar, The Light Within, I talked about the Gnostic tradition, which is a mystery tradition which goes back to ancient Egypt and the Hermetics and the lost wisdom of the pharaohs. And the idea in the Gnostic tradition is that what we are, what psyche is, what spirit is a divine thing, a sacred thing, something of ultimate value and something which illuminates, similar to the sun and the moon, which illuminate our days and our nights. And so where the church, when these alchemists were operating, said, you know, Christ has come, we know his word, we are the guardians of his word, anything outside of that dogma, let's kill it, let's burn it, let's eradicate it, that kind of totalizing viewpoint. The alchemists said, not so fast, let's see if we can examine matter, if we can explore matter, if we can explore the unknown, if we can explore what captures our interest, and if we can redeem the spirit hidden in matter. And so that was the alchemical project. And this light is, the idea of light is associated with consciousness, the expansion of consciousness. What we're all doing in this room now, insofar as we're learning, is expanding the light, is expanding our awareness. And so ultimately the alchemical opus, the great work of the alchemists, was about investigating matter and redeeming the God within matter, redeeming the light within matter, and accessing that light, and then integrating that light back into the body. So it's kind of a death and a rebirth motif. The alchemists had a saying, they said, solvet coagula, which means dissolve and coagulate and reintegrate. And even when we're cooking, we're dissolving, we're breaking down, we're refining the subtle essence, and then we're reintegrating it into something lovely. It's an alchemical transformation. Final notes on alchemy, because I tend to meander, is that I think another amazing thing about these ideas is that they're actually applicable at many, many levels of reality. So I just mentioned cooking as an alchemical transmutation, a transformation of matter into a higher, more refined form. I think you can look at these alchemical ideas across many different substrates, across many different contexts. So they're really great tools we can use to help us understand the world more deeply.